Raven, what are you onto? What do you smell? I am back at the pond, my friends, except it is a little bit windy today. So thankfully, I brought my truck with me. I can sit on the inside and try to pilot this ROV underneath the water. If you guys are just joining me, I am on the hunt for my DJI Phantom Vision that I lost about 6 years ago. And I never really expect to find this thing. This is more like a fishing trip for me, just to come out and enjoy some remote operated vehicle under the pond. And this thing is like 34 feet deep. So let's get going. Let's see what I got in the box. In fact, look at this. Ugh. I switched over one of my older boxes to house my FiFiSH. And then I also fashioned a mount so I could put a GoPro on top, hopefully getting you guys a better view of what's going on. Now keep in mind, everything that I'm doing is basically tethered to this radio control, remote control at the same time, because this does give me a Wi-Fi signal to my iPhone, so I can see what's going on through the 4K lens on the front. Check it out. Dun 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 dun. And two very bright LEDs. Now, I am no pro at piloting this. In fact, I've tried to come out and do this video many times over the last 2 years, but either it's too windy for you guys to hear me, or I had issues piloting the machine itself. I had to get permission to come on the land with my truck just to do this for you guys here today. So hopefully we get some good footage and we find something under the water. Who knows? I love this. I get to talk to you in short bursts outside the truck when the wind isn't howling through here. Look at this, the radio with the communications cable that comes down to the spool and tether, and then the tether gets unspooled like that, and of course connects to the FiFiSH right on the back end, so it's ready to deploy. I have to get it beyond these weeds. Weeds normally grow in here, and I have a very short season to find this drone because the weeds grow so high so quickly in this pond. I've got no idea. I think it's in this quarter section is where it fell. Okay, I'll start up the GoPro on the front. I've already got this connected to my iPhone, so I can already see through the lens, as can you. And these lights are on at the moment. They'll be very helpful underneath the water. That's a great belly flop. Loves being under the water, so I'm going to try to submerge it around. Let's get our search going on. So I was in this pond for 2.5 hours. I'm actually narrating this after because I had to do so much editing and trying to line up my footage from inside the truck where I was speaking to the actual footage on the two cameras was near impossible. But here I am down at 15.5 feet, 7-degree water. Whoa! And traveling really swift. You've got to be careful in this machine. Now keep in mind, I can't see this machine at all. Of course, it's completely underwater. And the only information I have is what's being displayed to me on my iPhone. Now, the app itself is way more intuitive than what you guys are seeing. For example, it does show me east, west, north, and south. It does show me, it does have a gyroscopic sensor there as well that shows the roll, the pitch, and the yaw of the ROV under the water, or submarine, whatever you want to call it. And it really is great, but there's like a 1.5 second delay where you make a motion on the ROV, and 1.5 seconds it'll show you on the gyroscopic sensor where you're at. So it's really not very intuitive that way. Look at this, 21 feet deep in a back pond. Now, I'm coming up on these little tiny fish. You just saw one scoop by. I'm going to do a screenshot. Check out this tiny little fish right there. He does not even move until you get close to him. They're living down in this cold water, so you can see them on the right-hand side. Amazing to see this marine life under the water. I haven't seen this yet.
This is my 7th time out piloting, trying to find my DJI Phantom, and I've had no luck, and trying to record it for everybody on YouTube can be exceptionally boring. I know we all want to look around, but some days the visibility is literally zero. Look at this, as I work my way through the water. Let's skip over to the next scene here. Look, it's like swimming through space. You can't see anything. I got a little clearer image right here. At 20 feet, unbelievable. So I'm really trying to work the section where I knew that the drone had gone down, and being 6 years later, it's almost impossible. You can see I'm definitely getting better at piloting the drone or the ROV through the water. I guess it's not literally a drone. Wow, here's my first vision of actual fish, guys. I finally see fish in the pond. Oh my God, it's a miracle. There's bigger fish, even though they're just tiny little guys at 22 feet. Colder down here even. Let's keep going here. That was pretty interesting. That was like one of my most exciting things I had seen in this pond with any kind of clarity. What's that? Nothing, just a rock, I guess. And then I tried to back up, prop wash, and then you're like, oh, and you try to raise up and just go forward because there's just no way to avoid it. That's the only thing that really sucks with the ROV is the prop wash, but it's not the ROV's fault. It's just what the bottom is made out of, and I'm in very murky water here. It's like being on a different planet. Is that a bigger fish? No, it was just seaweed moving. Incredible. These LEDs are on high beams. I couldn't believe that I got a good 2.5 hours of good footage between the cameras, a good solid 1.5 hour runtime on the actual machine itself. Oh, bumped into a rock. Get to a different scene where I could see some actual good footage for you again. So a lot of people say they like these videos on my channel. I've only done 2 of these videos before. A lot of people say they don't like these videos because it is boring. And I want you to know, if it's at 7 minutes and 30 seconds in the video, are you watching still? Comment below. Please take the time to comment below and let me know if you enjoy these type of videos, because like I said, it's a very limited amount of time. And I found out on this run, I broke one of my props on my back left propeller. So it got caught up in some roll that I did and hit some rock and it busted it off. But look at this. What a scene. It looks like a Martian landscape for sure, hey? I wish I lived closer to the ocean so we could do some really cool ocean stuff. Really trying to look for the drone through the murkiness, skirting sideways at 23 feet deep, and deciding what I'm trying to do, because I know at this point my battery is starting to run low, and it's giving me the signal of, hey, you got to come up to the surface. I'm always disappointed when I get through a video like this and I haven't been able to find the drone for you guys yet. What would I do if I found the drone? I wish this thing had a GPS location marker on it. It does not, but for what this thing does, the ROV itself, for the price, is pretty darn cool. Like, there's no way I'd ever be able to see under here. And now I know I'm feeling disoriented. I can see the ground, but the prop wash is coming. I'm trying to scoot away as quick as I can, and there's that darn rock. Come on, where am I? What am I doing?
So cool to be able to explore the bottom of the pond like this, even if I don't find it. I find it relaxing. Whoa! Coming into the weed piles. Yep, I'm home.
Thank you for joining me on the RC adventure itself. Hopefully you had a good time in watching. Did you see anything that I didn't see in this video? Let me know in the comments section. Let me know a timestamp in case you did see any hint of this drone. And my season draws shorter for this. The weeds are going to start growing any day. So guys, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we find it.
Oh well, not today.